Are we back? All right. You probably hear an echo because I'm in my kitchen right now. Because the room that I always stream in, is there an echo? I'm sure there's a massive echo. The room that I always stream in, for some reason, that room has the worst internet in the entire house, and that's unacceptable. So today we're streaming in a kitchen. Gigi, I just got doxxed. We're streaming in a kitchen. We're doing the kitchen setup because honestly, I am so tired of that room. I'm not kidding. I hate every time. However, whenever I try and start stream, that room just ruins everything. It is so frustrating and irritating whenever that happens. And this is proof right here. The stream is flawless right now. And I'm literally sitting in my kitchen. I can't even sit in a comfortable room to actually stream. I actually have to sit in a room that isn't even made for streaming. Unbelievable. How bad of an echo is it? How bad? But anyways, chat. Did you see the tornado last Thursday? No, I didn't see the tornado last Thursday at all. Guys, how do we like the kitchen better? Is the kitchen setup better? Do we like the kitchen setup? Do we think it's a vibe? Okay. But anyways, this channel right here is going to change. The content is going to change. This channel is going to get big because I'm going to make it big. And I believe that I'm going to make it big. I'm going to start editing videos more than I've ever edited them before. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know when it's coming, but I know that I want it to, and I have plans for it, big plans for it. And I just really hope that, yeah. So we want to start. I want to start making animations for and maybe some more gaming videos, highly edited videos. But the videos are going to be highly edited. Of course, it's not going to be like slop or anything. But I realize that when you're on YouTube now, it really comes down to like running YouTube like it's an actual like. YouTube emailed me and told me that my old channel is fully banned and that all the data has been wiped. That's so sad. That's so sad. Yeah. I know what it's like to lose a channel. I do. But yeah, chat. Well, as I was saying, when it comes to YouTube, I saw a YouTuber that was talking about this earlier today, and I said, I still don't know what I did to cause the ban. I have no idea. I don't know if YouTube told you or not. YouTube is pretty much known for doing stuff like that. I've never abused a child. Yeah. I've never gotten in trouble with YouTube, probably because I don't have like a really big footprint, but I've never really gotten in trouble with YouTube except for that one stream that I did on Roblox where oh my gosh, I just cracked my screen. Except whenever I did like that one video on Roblox where I was playing that game and I got 9 copyright strikes. Probably not 9 copyright strikes, but there were 9 songs in that video that were copyrighted, and it was banned in like several countries because there was just so much copyrighted songs. I think one of the main ones was the one by the Bee Gees. I think it was called like "You Should Be Dancing" or something. Captain Underpants. Yes, Captain Underpants. So we fixed the stream. As you can tell, have I ever told you guys that I live alone? Anybody? Have I ever told anybody that I live by myself? Have I ever told anybody that? Anybody? I guess I can like sit in a chair and stretch my legs now because I'm in the kitchen. But chat, when it comes to YouTube, I find it, I'm very grateful. We have one video on the channel that has 5.4, I was about to say 5.4 million views, but we have a video on the channel that has currently 5.4K views, which is pretty good for this channel. I did not see the vid that you posted. mm, 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 mm. So chat, it was the Meredith tornado. Oh yeah, I saw that video. I remember seeing that video. You chose the worst picture of me, by the way, for that video. That's crazy. You're wrong for that. Anyways, chat, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to regrow my audience. I don't know why I'm saying chat. There's like only one person here. I'm sure more people will watch this though, but I couldn't find any other photos. Lol. Liar. Anyways, chat, we're literally going to have to regrow the audience because I've built primarily my audience around Robloxians, as I like to call them. Of course, Twisted and Helicity might still regularly appear on the channel, but when it comes to like actual like Roblox content, I'm probably not going to be doing Roblox like at all. And when it comes to Minecraft content may be possible as well. I might return to Tornado Mod, but here's the thing. These videos, you missed the Mullica EF5 I streamed. I was in Mullica when that happened, actually. I was right there. What? Like, chat, I chat, you know, chat, I'm gonna have to regrow the audience. What's the best Minecraft tornado mod? I think it's the localized weather mod. I know that there was one from a long time ago. And I have some old Minecraft videos from 2022 that I never actually uploaded because I feel like I don't want to upload anything on the channel that's not going to get views. And I know that might sound like really, hey, how's it going? Baldy, welcome back. Welcome back. I know that the first stream was garbage because I was in a room that was garbage, but now we're in the kitchen. Okay. We're in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. Okay. We're in my aunt's kitchen. Okay. I told you guys that I live by myself. I lied. Okay. I lied. You know why? Because if I told you guys that I didn't live by myself, you know what y'all would have thought? You know what y'all would have thought? Y'all would have thought that I was unemployed. That's what y'all would have thought, huh? I know y'all. Then welcome to the kitchen. But yes, I don't live by myself. But I will probably next month. I had to like save up some money and stuff before doing it. Chat, I'm really confident that this channel, and if not this channel, then another channel will grow. How did that stream last 10 minutes but only last 10 seconds? I have no idea why it did that, but I know that I closed the computer after I closed out of the stream and decided to move into the kitchen because this is the closest to the router. And I know what you're thinking, Grasblock, why don't you just move the router? Because I don't want to. I don't want to right now. I don't feel like moving the router right now. So I just decided to leave it in the same place. I could move the router to my room, but I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't want to do that right now. And the room that I'm in back there, it's nice and comfortable. Obviously, you can tell it's nice and comfortable because I actually sit on the floor, which is very comfortable. In fact, you know, for the past week or so, I've been feeling my bones crack as well, which, you know, it doesn't really feel great, but, you know, the video has a 1 second delay. What on my mouth? Like, Like I said, the videos are going to be great. We're going to grow the channel, and the videos that you see now, the content that we've done, all of that's gone. All of that's gone. The content that we did, that we've been doing is not going to be the norm anymore. This channel is going to be primarily weather, animation, and possibly weather gaming focused, which I guess is not like too much of a big detour because I think the first ever videos I uploaded to this channel were twisted videos. And a lot of those videos were from years ago before a lot of people even knew what the game was. But the videos are going to be more edited. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to do this. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. I'm very busy. That's why I'm not online that much. I'm not very active. I mean, I will watch some stuff occasionally, but I'm not really a very active person right now. I've got a lot of stuff doing. I've got a lot of studying that I've been doing. I've been, working. I've been doing all of that. So I don't really have time. I have time because during my free time, I like to. You should stream during tornadoes because I'm your number one fan. Yep. Well, chat, I've got a lot of stuff coming. I don't really want to reveal everything as to what's coming, but I've been working a lot. I've been learning some new skills. I've been studying a little bit more about animation as well. I have like an actual 750-page book that I'm studying from cover to cover on animation and taking notes on it and actually like trying to relay the knowledge as well, and also going to apply the knowledge whenever I get it, because I don't feel like learning from YouTube videos is very helpful. Because a year ago, when I tried to get into programming, or when I tried to get into animation, I found that there was just so many roadblocks, and that these YouTubers would talk about like these roadmaps, but they would leave these gaps and they just wouldn't fill them in. And I feel like if you want to learn something, it's better to learn it from a book than a YouTube video, because YouTube videos will leave stuff out. And if you read a book, if you actually have the patience, it'll give you everything that you need to learn from start to finish, and you'll actually be able to level up faster. I've even started creating music. I don't know if I've told any of you that. Someone who never even is like an actual full-blown Neanderthal whenever it comes to creating music, I've actually created a song that actually sounds pretty good. I don't know if it'll be released on the channel though. Hey, how's it going, Katesy? I remember you. I do. Are you planning on becoming a big YouTuber, or do you want to stay niche? I want to become a big YouTuber in a niche. So, for example, I want to be a big YouTuber, but it's not going to be probably as big as the big gaming YouTubers like out there, right now, because it's more of a niche subject. But if I market it, I'm saying market like it's an actual business, but when it comes to YouTube, you actually have to learn how like the algorithm works and stuff like that. And I'm out of school since my last day was 3 days ago. Well, now you got the rest of the summer. Did you see Oliver Tree died? I've seen that all over my homepage, that Oliver Tree passed away. It's all over YouTube right now. All over YouTube. It's extremely sad. Chat. So whenever it comes to gaming, the channel, I don't really consider myself a gamer. I do think that I will make gaming content, but like I've said over plenty of streams, I've always wanted to storytell because I think I'm a good storyteller. And I think that if I make animations or short films, I think that that would be a better content to push out. And also it's less competitive than gaming. So it would probably be easier to succeed in like animation than it would gaming, even though animation is very time consuming to make. I think that I can do it. And I could also meet other people who actually know animation and probably network as well. I don't know if I've ever heard of that person. I might have though. Got the news while heading something. I got the news while heading to get something to eat. Yeah, that's sad. But normal news until June 22nd. I'm going to summer school. Oh no. No. Mr. Beast is pretty niche, low key. You're right, he is pretty niche. Chat, the thing is that everybody has a niche. Okay, there's just something that's like different between niche and niche. Like it's like it's the same word, but they're used in two different concepts. Niche is like basically like a genre or a subject that your videos are on, whether it be gaming, music, sports, entertainment, animation, teaching people stuff. That's a niche. But also, niche means like maybe like a smaller community, like it's very niche, like a community, like I don't know, maybe like a community of book readers that make videos on reading books and making communities out of like reading and stuff like that. That's like niche. He's a Twitch streamer from Morocco. Give a tornado story time. I'm from Morocco too. I'm just kidding. I'm not from Morocco. Give a tornado story time. I don't really have a tornado story time right now lined up. You're going to have to wait for the animation on that one. But I will say, we are going to create some pretty good stories. And the animations are not just going to be tornadoes. We're probably going to create tons and tons of different things. I hope it doesn't turn out like the digital circus. I'm not going to go with that because that's a deep rabbit hole that I don't really want to go down. Nothing against the digital circus, but I don't like if I create a successful animation series, you guys better be chill. Okay. Like you guys actually better be chill. I do not want a rabid audience. Okay. That's something that I will not tolerate. Are you planning on making this channel a job? Probably not anytime soon because I have to have a job to make. I have a job. Okay. What I'm saying is my plan is I already have a job and it's not like, a retail job. I actually have a trade. I have a trade and I'm going to be doing a trade until something pops off. Also, I'm going to be writing, I'm going to be making music, I'm going to be animating. And I know what you're thinking, grass block, that's a lot of that's a lot of stuff. Don't overwhelm yourself. But the thing is for the past year, I have completely rewired my brain to actually only get enjoyment out of productivity, which is something that seems really rare, but I can actually spend hours taking notes on writing advice. But if I sit down and try and watch like a 3-hour YouTube video, I like fall asleep within the first 30 minutes because I have built the habit of actually like being productive. So I actually enjoy being productive. And I think that that's a strength. And I think that that will carry me in the long run. Hopefully none of us dox you. Well, if you dox me, you're going to be doxing the wrong location because I have many different locations that I think some people have already found. Okay, buddy. Hi. How's it going, Thunderstorm? I remember you. You are from, who were you from again? Were you from Only Luke TV stream? It happened to Goose, so it might happen. So it might happen to him too. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I'm from the South, and I don't think you want to show up to my house, okay? Because us Southerners don't really play around. Don't show up to my house. Just don't do it. Dude hasn't taken a shower in a million years, buddy. I literally showered today. What do you mean I haven't showered in a million years? I literally showered today. Yeah, I might look like Bigfoot, and yes, my hair may look very overgrown. But I have showered. I showered today, actually. No, not the summer school that I'm failing. I meant I'm going to summer school. It's called ESY. It means extended school year. Wasn't there like a debate on that a long time ago where they said that kids shouldn't like actually have summer breaks and instead like from grades like preschool to 12th grade for 12 years straight they should always be in school? Does anyone remember that? What happened to the glasses? They're right here. I just don't like to wear the glasses whenever I'm streaming. That sounds sad. Yes, it does. It's sad. I don't actually go to school anymore. I have a job. I actually think having a job is better than going to school, like low key. Like I guess preferences are different, but at least with a job, like you have more freedoms and you're not like when it comes to a job, you're only like working whenever you're there, but whenever you're at school, you have to work outside of school. That's kind of why. Like yeah, you might have to work more at a job and like you get the weekends off at school, but at the same time, you still have a lot of work to do even on the weekends too. So it's like having a job is definitely better depending on the job. That you get. Like if you get a trade, trades can be pretty fun. You know, how's it going, Glitch? Hey, how's it going, J Studio? I was actually just thinking about you because I'm actually going to be returning to tornado content pretty soon. I'm probably going to make that my channel niche. Maybe tornado based animations. I was actually talking about not too long ago, there was this lost media from like 2012 back in the day. Do you have friends? Yes, I have friends. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing great, Glitch. Thank you. You like lost media? I mean, it is lost media. That's what I'm saying. Me and Graz tried to find it. Yeah, Tech was on his stream, and I told him, I said, you know, because he was watching my old video about trying to look for this video, and I can't find anyone that remembers seeing it. But back in the day, there was like this Minecraft role play, and it was good. It was good. It was like a tri-state tornado role play where you have all of these different people that are like in this town, and people just start disappearing because they know that there's a tornado coming, and this guy is like trying to find these people. He's like, there's a storm coming, but he can't find anyone to warn or even ask for help because they're all gone. And it's really creepy, but it's good. How's everybody doing tonight? What's 9 plus 10? I think it's 19 if I'm not mistaken. Have you listened to Ulterior Motives? No, I have not. I was shocked when I heard. Yes, I heard that. I heard that. It's all over YouTube today. It's 72. What? Chat, I know that this channel, you know, it's not a dead channel. You guys have made it very, very, very good. Very good. That's not the right words. Guys, I'm nervous in front of a camera, okay? Just bear with me, okay? I'm literally in my beige kitchen, okay? Why is the stream so pixelated now? Because it's filmed on an actual Chromebook. Niche but passionate community. What's the niche but passionate community? What, a tornado community? I don't really think tornadoes are niche anymore. If you actually look up tornado videos on the internet, there's a lot of storm communities that are popping off right now that have millions and millions of views. I can name several storm people that are actually popping off. Ryan Hall, y'all, is probably the most famous weatherman in the entire world. You got Max Velocity, you got Connor Croft, you got Pecos Hank, or Pecos Hank, however you want to pronounce his name. What's some other ones that you have? You've got a lot of them out there. You've got actual storm chasers out there as well. Swiggle Studios, he makes the content where he like makes tornado documentaries and stuff. That's fire. AI needs your name. What do you mean AI needs my name? Did you see the Backrooms movie yet? No, I have not. I'm going to pirate it actually, so I can watch it before it comes on Netflix because I don't want to wait that long. So yeah, excited to see it though. I am. I've heard that it's pretty. I've heard mixed things about it though. I've heard that it's good, and I've heard that like it has a lot of mixed reviews. I meant AI knows your name. Yeah, of course AI knows my name. If you ask who Grazblock is, it'll tell you who it is. It's like asking who's Dan TDM. Dan TDM is a man named Daniel Middleton that is from Aldershot, England. Is it? Are we back? 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 Chat, is the stream back? Please tell me it didn't end. Please tell me that it didn't end. Please, please, chat. Did the stream end? Did it end? No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No. No, 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 no. Chat. Tell me the stream didn't end. Bro. Y'all know y'all lying. Not even 30 minutes. Why can't I? Okay, come on, man. See, here's the problem. Okay, I can't even trust you guys. I have to go to my actual own video and see. It's black. No, it's not, buddy. I can't see you. I got to go to bed tired. Okay, good night, J Studios. I enjoyed having you in there, and I just want to let you know. I wanted to let you know that I am returning to Storm content, so I hope you look forward to that. Don't know when, but I would really love to return to Storm content. We aren't kidding. Well, actually, you are kidding because I have it right here, pulled up on my phone. The stream. Y'all are a bunch of liars. Y'all are a bunch of phonies. Y'all are a bunch of fibbers. Y'all are some white liars. See, if y'all were Pinocchio, y'all's nose would grow to be like the size of the block that I live on. Chat, look, I'm tired, okay? Chat, how much sleep do y'all think that I get on average? We aren't kidding? Nah, man. 4 hours. 4 hours? Oh my gosh. Or like 6? Probably around 6. Something like that. Like, even if I have a day where I can sleep in, my body will, like, let's say I go to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning or even 7. Let's say I go to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning, okay? The sun is out, it's shining. Let's say I go to bed that late. My body will not let me sleep past noon. It doesn't matter if I can sleep in that day or if I have that day off. My body will not allow me to sleep past noon at all. Like, if I go to bed at 7, I'm probably going to be getting up before 11. Bro thought he was slick. What do you mean? I literally can't see you. You're just rage baiting at this point, Casey. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I can hear you. That's so nice. I'm glad that you can hear me because that's what I really want. That's what I really want when it comes to the stream. I really would enjoy if people could actually hear me. Yeah, I do. I really like that. But chat, how many of you like? Why did y'all follow me? Oh, you deleted your message, huh? You coward. You deleted your message. Chat, I might even become like a faceless YouTuber, honestly. Because if I'm going to be making animation videos and these gaming videos, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I might become a faceless YouTuber. Who knows? I might just write stories and like scripts and actually like make movies. Chat, if I released a movie in theaters, would y'all watch it? Like, be honest. If I made a movie, like an animation, and actually decided to release it in theaters, would y'all watch it? Depends. Yes. Have you heard of those? What? What? What are you talking about, Casey? I know your name is probably Casey, but can I call you Cassidy? Because every time I read your name, that's what I get. It feels like I'm reading Cassidy. What happened to the chat? Nothing. If it was like hyped up, if it was like the amazing digital circus, is that what that stands for? You know what? Fun. Oh, you want me to call you Cassidy? How do you pronounce? Okay. Grays, guess my name. Your name is probably Jacob, if I had to guess. More than likely. Yeah, chat, I want this channel to grow. And I know that what I'm doing isn't working. So obviously, I need to do something else because we have 140 videos on this channel and we have like almost the same amount of subs as videos. That's bad. However, I will say the click rate and the engagement on the videos seem pretty positive, and the streams as well. So, hey Jack, nope. People are gonna ship what? People are gonna ship the tri-state tornado and quad-state tornado if you make animations. See, that's the thing. I want to make animations, but chat, how on earth am I going to make tornado animations? Do you know how hard it is to make a good looking tornado like the ones that you see in Roblox? Like even movies cannot make realistic looking tornadoes. Like I want a tornado to look realistic. Like obviously the animation's probably not going to be realistic. It's probably going to be like more cartoon. I mean, if it's first person, it might be realistic, but I want it to be like an actual story, like an actual series. And it's not going to be boring. It's not going to be like one of those tornado chasing things, which I'm not saying tornado chases is boring, but my content when I make stories on tornadoes, it's not about storm chasing. It's always about people who are in a vulnerable situation and people who have to run away from the tornado. See, my content is going to be people escaping the tornado, not chasing the tornado, because that's what makes a better and more compelling story than actually chasing the tornado. I call it being chased by the tornado. If Hollywood actually made movies like that, it would be far better, because whenever it comes to tornadoes, there needs to be vulnerability. You have these storm chasers that know these storms and they hit, and it can, but that's the thing. Made quit. Tech what? Hey, Grazblock, I have 381 subs. That is so good. I'm so happy for you, Glitch. I'm carrying it. Trust. Just steal models from Sketchfab. No, I mean, I'm going to use models. I mean, you ever heard, like the whole thing about animation is this is what I've been learning is that you never want to create an animation from scratch or a video game, because that is going to take so much time. There are plenty of free models, free rigs, free meshes online. But whenever it comes to like creating your own characters, you might want to make those from scratch, or whenever it's coming to like creating tornadoes or something like that, you want to be original. But at the same time, you don't want to create everything from scratch, because then it's going to take a million years for you to actually make the animation. Maybe you can try 3D. Yeah, we're going to do a 3D animation. We're going to see what happens. Again, like I said, I don't know how long it's going to take. I would love to jump into animation, but you can already tell by my camera that my computer is absolute. It's bad. It's bad, chat. It's bad. If you make an animation with storm chasing models, now all Roblox games will ban you for tracing models. Okay, I don't care though, because it's not going to be on Roblox. They can hate me for that. Like, I would love to meet the Twisted and Helicity developers one day. Like, hey, you know, how do you make your tornadoes look so realistic? Or at least Helicity, you know. Can you even animate? I've worked in Blender before. Animation is very simple, but it's very time consuming. Like it can be hard, but it's like the in between stuff. Like if we're animating from point A to point B, because that's what animation is you're animating an object from point A all the way to point B. And when you're doing that, there's a keyframe that is going in between that. And you have this graph that you can use to make it smoother or add physics or something like that. And that's what you're doing, is you're just moving an object from one place to another, inserting a keyframe and doing all of that. It's very simple. The only thing that's hard is like the stuff that's in between. Are you going to take it seriously and get Maya? No, I'm not going to get Maya. You think I'm going to get Maya? No, I'm not going to get Maya. I don't have money, man. I mean, I have money, but only for like bills and stuff. I don't have enough money for Maya. What do you think I am, like a millionaire? Comic call out. It's Mox. Show us an animation you made. Again, I don't. I did y'all not remember when I said that my computer was broken? I did make an animation. I made an animation where there was this buoy that was in the ocean, and it was like very stormy, and it was like dark, and the buoy was like moving up and down, and there was like waves like. Surely it can't be that expensive, right? Do you know how much Maya costs? And besides, why would I use, if I'm a beginner in animation or an intermediate, why would I jump into Maya instead of using Blender, which is a free software? That's just a waste of money. I can literally use Blender for completely free. Like Blender is free, Maya isn't, or at least I don't think it is. Like if I became more advanced and I figured out that Blender probably didn't like, meet my qualifications anymore, then maybe I'd switch to Maya. But I just don't see any point into going to Maya because it like, why would I pay money for something that I can use completely free? Like that's just a terrible financial decision. If you get better though, even if I get better, I still don't see any point in using Maya. Like Pixar people use Maya. Like, isn't Maya used by Pixar movies? Blender is free? Yes, Blender is free. You didn't know that? Blender is completely free. You don't have to pay any money for Blender. All you have to do is download it. But you have to make sure that your computer actually supports Blender. Because if not, I am telling you, your computer will not last. If you try and run Blender on a computer that cannot run it, you can say goodbye to that thing. Hey, how's it going, King Von Cooper? Again, isn't it open source? I mean, like, yeah. What, Blender? I mean, I don't really know if it's open source or not, like different versions made by other people. Blender, I mean, I don't know. Maya, I know that Maya is used by like industrial professionals that are making like actual films that are going to go into the theaters and stuff. But again, I don't see any point in using an animation software that actually costs money if you can just use one for completely free, especially as a beginner. Like there's just no point in that at all. It's like when you're a beginner in anything, even if it's animation or like, game development, you should probably use a free software before you jump into something that costs money because that's a waste of money. Fastest way to to turn your computer into an explosive? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I think Blender actually killed my gaming laptop because I used to like let it render overnight and I think it like fried the motherboard. I think it like overheated the computer. Like actually. I actually think it killed my computer because the computer didn't die until about a couple months after I was using Blender. So that's the only thing that I could think of that killed the computer was Blender. Also, I can't believe that I actually tried to use Blender on a laptop. That was so stupid. Just get a PC. Yeah, of course. I would love to get a PC. I would get a desktop. I'm never going to get another laptop probably because I just think gaming laptops are they're not worth it. They don't last that long and they have terrible like depreciation values. Like after a year of owning it, it probably loses like half of its value. It's like I'm going to get a desktop probably. Probably going to be like a really old clanker desktop from like 10 years ago. As long as it can run like Blender, maybe like or I could just build my own PC. I could do that. I'm 12 Commandments. Whose comic callouts? I got my PC at 15. I actually didn't get my own computer until I was like 18. Uh-oh, someone just said some things in the chat that got held. What? ThinkPad, a Lenovo ThinkPad. No, it was an Alienware laptop. It was an Alienware laptop, and it ended like it just checked out of a life. It was yeah. It just checked out of a life. It was just an absolute terrible laptop. People are like, "Oh, Alienware is so good." Well, it died. Okay, it died. The laptop passed away, big time. It passed away. It checked out of a life. Stop asking that thunderstorm. It just completely. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. Time will tell, though. What is he asking? You don't need to know. We mourn for your laptop. Don't mourn for it. It was dog shit. It was. It was terrible. It was awful. It was. It was a terrible laptop because all it did was overheat. It had terrible battery life and it just died on me. I took it to the people and I said, "Hey, my laptop checked out of a life. Can you help me?" And they were like, "Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not turning on. The keys are not turning on. Oh my gosh, it might be dead." So I left it with them for 2 weeks, came back, said, "Hey, did you fix my laptop?" And they were like, "Nah, man." I was like, "That's a shame. That's such a shame." What? What are we talking about? Oh my gosh, it's raining. Do you think if it lasted any longer, it would have burnt your table if it was wood? Tech, why are you and Thunderstorm arguing? What are y'all arguing about? If my table was wood, see, the thing about it is the laptop was pretty unstable. It was I remember whenever I would stream on the laptop, every time it would like sometimes during stream if I like plugged it in because it died a lot, the battery was so bad. If I plugged it in, it would like get this really staticky, muffled sound. What? How do you know? What? How? What? And that's what the laptop did. The laptop was just begging. It was like, "You just can't wait for me to die, can you, Matthew?" And I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was on the verge of death, though, chat. It was. What are y'all talking about? Did Tech? If you dox anybody, don't dox Jack or Thunder, whatever his name is. Don't do that. Chat, if you look behind me, you can see that I have a very beige room. Okay, this is the kitchen. I'm sure can tell by the toaster in the background. Should I be scared? Of Tech? No, 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 no. You shouldn't be scared of Tech. No, he's the last person you should be afraid of. He's behind you. Chat, you want to know what my biggest fear is? I think I've already told you this. Wasting time. Wasting time is my biggest fear. Yeah. Sorry for cussing. I am so sorry. I just had to get it through because the laptop was terrible. Oh, man, I am so sorry. COVID. Yes, COVID. I made my first movie during COVID. It was absolutely terrible. No, it wasn't terrible. It was called Beast Battles, and you can probably tell it's in like 480p. But the it I didn't have editing software because I was doing it on a school computer. So I actually had to manually go into like browser editing software and like upload the video, cut it, and then wait like 5 minutes to load the cut, and then like actually download audio off of a site, and then add the audio to the video on a browser, add the video, add the audio, make it merge. And that's what it did. So yeah, that's probably why. Tech, don't talk about Friday. We both know why. Friday. No one can know. Excuse you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Point of view of life. Chat, see, what's going to happen is one day, all of you are going to get to the age of 23. And I hope that y'all can look back and be like, you know, I'm glad I listened to Grasblock about some advice, and I'm glad that I decided to take it. Grasblock is a real hero. Thunder, what are you talking about? You're like going, like what? What are y'all talking about? Like, there's just some. I've always been watching. Chat, let me tell you something. When you become a popular YouTuber, and I'm sure even Tech can tell you this, when you become a YouTuber, listen to me very carefully. When you become a popular YouTuber and you have a lot of people that follow you, you have to use a VPN. Do you understand me? You have to do that. You cannot not go with a VPN. You have to use a VPN. You have to. Because I'm telling you, if you want people to spy on you, or if you want people to like dox you, go ahead, don't use a VPN. But I'm telling you right now, if you become a popular YouTuber, you have to use a VPN. Like, you have to, or at least a browser that's not Google. You have to. You have to. You have got to do that. You can't not do that. You have to use a VPN. Like, how's everybody doing today? My dad works for the CIA. Well, I don't believe you, because if he actually did, I don't think you would actually be legally allowed to tell people that. How do you know the point of view of life? Because I've experienced a lot of things in the past several years. Like when I was 19, I actually I left home for a while and I ventured elsewhere, and I actually helped someplace in the community, and I lived I did some things. I could make a whole video about that. I don't know if I've ever revealed that. I don't know if I want to reveal it on a live stream, but when I was 19, I left house, and I traveled the country I traveled the country about 2 or 3 times when I was 19, and I met some people, and I did a lot of things when I was 19, and when I was 21, I came back. I started going to college for a while, and then I finally figured out what I wanted to do. I started doing YouTube for a hot minute, and then I realized that the content that I was making on YouTube I didn't really enjoy, and I was like, you know, I don't hate YouTube. I don't hate doing YouTube, but I think that if I want to succeed on YouTube, I need to do something that I actually love so that I can actually put passion into it. Because if I'm sitting down editing a video for 60 hours, I'm probably going to want to edit a video that actually feels great to edit. You know what I mean? How long is a while? About 2 years. About me on YouTube. You still friends with people you met when you were away? Yes, I am. I am still friends with them. Chad, I'm telling you, you're going to have a lot of decisions to make And the thing that you don't want to do is delay those decisions, because I'm telling you, when you get 23, I mean, 23 is not old, like at all. I mean, compared to like people born in like 2012, that probably seems old, but it's not old. Like, especially for someone that's believing to live to 100. So, anyways, what I'm saying is when you get 23, you're going to want to, you're probably going to look back when you were like 18, 19, 17, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I really wish that I would have done this back then instead of actually doing it now. Because, yeah. Power Boy Mog, what? 2 years away from home? Yes. I'm already going to leave again. Like, chat, look, I just want to be, I don't want to be by myself. I want to make more friends, but I'm probably going to leave forever, for good. Because I want to be elsewhere, you know? I do. That's something that I want. I know I seem like a very happy person online. There are things that I go through, though. I usually have a positive mentality about it, though. You know, I haven't been on the internet for a while because I have just really been doing some other things. Like I've been building some skills. I've been, getting some jobs, doing some jobs for people, and networking. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Chicken? It's been a hot minute. You're actually seeing me in a brand new setup, also known as the kitchen, because for some reason the Wi-Fi doesn't want to work in the other room. Because when we first started the stream, it decided to just end. So, Thing Production, introduce yourself. Do you want to move to the Mongol Alps and take care of horses and cattle for the rest of your life? No. I don't know where I want to move, honestly, chat. I would like to move to the country. That'd be nice. The only problem is I'd have to work with satellite internet, which probably wouldn't be so nice. But chat, I'm not really a city person. I'm from the South, the deep South. Here we don't really have major cities, and the cities that we do have, they're more like those tiny cities that you would see in like coastal areas. They're very small. I'm not really a city person, although I probably would have to get a job in the city, but I would like live outside of the city. But I'm fine with living in the country. I really am. Or like a small town that I have basic necessities in, like a grocery store, or somewhere to like urinate whenever I, am out of the house and, have to use the bathroom really bad. And I have like a 30-minute drive to the city. Ow! There goes my glasses. You like Villages better? Yes, I do like Villages better. You're at 237 subs. Mr. Chicken, congratulations. Are we alive right now? Yes, we are. W setup. Thank you. Maybe Mornington, Australia. Maybe. Just a question. Maybe Barcelona. I'm just kidding. I'm not moving to Barcelona. Chat, I don't know where I'm probably not going to leave North America, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. And like like the suburbs or like small towns, like a metropolitan area. Then I made a second tornado vid, then it only got 1K views. See, Mr. Chicken makes tornado videos. See, for all of you, like, here's the thing. 10 years ago, like whenever I was watching tornado videos, Minecraft tornado videos, and, Gmod and stuff, 10 years ago, it was very niche. It only had like a few thousand subs, followers. But now, if you look on the internet, you see tornado videos everywhere because it's not a niche thing anymore. And right now, if you want to jump on the tornado hype train, you could actually probably like actually gain a successful YouTube video out of it, like a successful YouTube channel out of it, because tornadoes are blowing up right now. Like we're in like a area and we're like in a time period right now where tornado content is probably going to become the norm in the future. It's probably not going to be as big as gaming content, but tornado content is really starting to blow up right now. And if you like tornadoes and you like severe weather, you need to jump on that train because right now is the best time to do it. Why you change your PFP and banner? Because I don't think the grass block actually matched my content. I didn't think it did. So I just chose an image that I liked from a while ago and decided to put that on instead. Also, the banner, I think the banner looks sick. I think it looks great. I miss old grass block. Oh, yeah. Chat, the grass block profile picture is never coming back. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. Primarily because we're not a Minecraft channel. Like the grass block lore comes from an old childhood game series that I used to play with a friend where there was this like hero named Grass Block and he was like saving the world from like evil countries that were like trying to invade his country and his city and like take, like their creations and stuff like that and like rob them and start wars and take over. It's a whole thing. I'm also writing a series on that, an animation series on that. We're going to do that too. Don't know when, but we will. You guys are going to see it. I miss the old fat cat. Oh yeah, from the pro. Do I match my content? What, your profile picture? Can you guess what I'm saying with messy hair moving forward? Yes, chat. I used to have really messy hair. I used to. Do you still watch Spag streams? I don't really see you on his streams anymore. I used to watch Spag streams, but sometimes, I don't know. I feel like I can be a little bit of a nuisance in the streams, and I say some things that upset him, and then he gets mad at me, and then something like that happens. I think one thing that I did, this sounds really petty, but it is very petty, and I fully apologize for this, but like a month or two ago, Spag was adding mods to his YouTube channel. And I used to be on his streams a lot, all the time, actually. I used to visit like almost nearly every stream. And I said, hey, you added Twitch mods. Is it possible that, I could be a YouTube mod whenever you get the chance? It would be, I'd be very grateful. And he told me, he said, yes, you will be the first person I think about. Guess what? He didn't mod me at all. He didn't. He modded someone else. That sounds so childish, and it is. But it was just like the execution of it. Like, I feel like he said that he was going to do that, and he even hinted at it. It seemed like multiple times, and yet he was like, and I asked, I said, and the thing was, I was like, Spag, I get it, they want it fair and square. Is it possible that and he was like, yes, of course. In the future, again, whenever I do mods, I will think about you again. And I got mad at him for that. But then I came back, I was like, you know what, this is stupid. I can't believe I got mad over something like that. And I came back and we made up. I think that Spag actually enjoys seeing me in his streams because he talks to me a lot. I think I'm like his SMP is getting boring. Is it? I think people just need to make more content on it. I think that's what needs to happen. I think that it needs to people need to push it more into the mainstream spotlight. Like people need to start making, because he has someone named Dizzy, I think, on it that makes content. It's so cute when he gets mad. Yeah, he gets really mad at me. I don't think there's anyone in his entire chat that makes him more mad than me. Like, I don't say anything smart, but sometimes I'll say some things. Like, I remember last year when I asked him, I said, I was like, I think it was like New Year's or Christmas, and I said, "Hey, Spag, now that the year is wrapping up, what are you thankful for?" And you know what he said to me? He was like, "It's Christmas, not Thanksgiving." He said it like so passive aggressively, and I was like, "Bro, you're supposed to be thankful all year." And he got mad. He got pissed. I remember that. He was so furious when I did that. I was like, bro, he was mad. But I was like, "It's okay, Spag. I love you. It's okay." Imagine how I feel. He ignores me. I give a game suggestion and he gets mad. Can you please recreate the Twister incident for their what the my eyes? What does that say? Hey, how's it going, Cyber Alster? I remember you. Remember Rios? I do remember Rios. We haven't seen her in a while. In fact, I don't think we've seen Rios this year at all. Has it been that long? I think his brother took over the account. I think Rios is a girl. But yes, you're probably right. Her brother did take over the account, probably. But even then, like Rios created another account called Zulakaya or something like that, and came in here every so often. I remember that. And then unfortunately, uh, we never heard from Rios ever again. I would love to collab with Spag. I even asked him. But there's one person that I would love to collab with even more than Spag, and that's my boy Giblish. Now, I highly doubt any of you know who Giblish is, but he's like a really chill Minecraft streamer. He's very monotone like me. Like he just has like really dry humor like I do, but he's like chill. Like he's like the goat, you know. Zulakayabat. Zulia. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't know. Zuliakabot. Remember the Ethobot Xmas song, Christmas song? Yes, I do, but I've never heard it. Like I looked it up, like the 12 days of Christmas, but it's said in Minecraft. Yeah, I low key would collab and chill in Minecraft for real. See, the problem with Minecraft is that it seems like the only Minecraft content that people want to watch now is like challenges, which seems pretty reasonable. I could start doing some challenge videos, like maybe doing a tornado survival series, but of course a more edited tornado survival series. Instead of just raw footage, because raw Minecraft gameplay just I don't think it really has a chance of succeeding. I think it does. It doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't have like a 0% chance, but I think it's very unlikely that raw Minecraft content of you just like sitting there playing Minecraft will ever like actually like reach mainstream spotlight, unless it's like something rare that happens during the gameplay or something. I just feel like it's incredibly unlikely, or unless the video is like 72 hours long. Yes, Rios was great. Rios was the vibe. But it's a she, not a he. I hope you know that. Yes, I know. I was glad that Rios told me how good church was. It's very that was very nice. But we haven't seen her in a while. And I remember, unfortunately, Rios built a house. I remember when I created the server. I remember telling people specifically, do not make your homes out of wood. But Rios didn't take no for an answer. Rios decided to make a house out of wood, and unfortunately, Rios paid the price. Yep, and that was you, Tech, by the way. I know that was you because I've seen your Minecraft account name. It's literally Blaze. That was 100% you. Rio paid the toll. RIP. Also, that seed was so ugly. Like it was literally just it was literally just a stone cliff. I called it Iron Beach and I thought that I could make it look more aesthetically pleasing, but my gosh, that was an absolutely awful seed. It was. I'll never forget it though, because that was where it all started. But that was a really bad seed. Hey, how's it going, Glitch? That one bro making his house out of netherite blocks. I made a very tall high rise or like a skyscraper out of stone bricks because I feel like that would have been better to do, and that's what I did. I made a skyscraper out of stone bricks, and I um I added wood floors, but I knew that if like someone decided to come in and torch the place, then the floors would burn, but the actual building would stay intact. And it did, even though the floors burned. And that's why whenever you're playing on a server, and I tell people this all the time, like if I see someone playing on a Minecraft server and they're making like an actual house out of wood, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why would you do that? You can make the floors out of wood, but you don't want to, like when you're playing a server, like a PvP enabled server, in a griefing server, why on earth would you make your house or structures out of wood? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Remember Alex? I don't think so. Do I live in the back rooms? No, I don't live in the back rooms. I live in the bathrooms, actually. Yeah, Chad, look, I'm telling you, the content is going to get better. It is. And I think I've already told you guys it's possible that we could create a new channel, but I think that doing it on this channel would be the best because this channel actually has history. And I feel like if we do it on a new channel, there wouldn't be like enough channel. Like we would have to start from complete scratch and it might not like push it out as much because this channel does have history. Rip Oliver, yes, RIP. I just searched up for an anime website I watch on. It's shut down. That's so sad. The servers are down. Speaking of anime, I actually started watching One Piece about 2 weeks ago, the first anime series I've ever watched. And I can tell you, I am already steaming through One Piece. I'm already like 3% through with it. Like, that's an achievement, okay? Like, already 3%. That's a huge achievement. Crazy, right? But yeah, I started watching One Piece. I'm already on like season 4 or 5, and it's fire. It is. It's a fire show. It really is. It's great. It's great. Bro, that's insane. Considering One Piece, that's crazy. Chat, is it possible to actually has anyone ever actually watched the entire show from beginning to finish? Because I know that they make new episodes like every I don't know. They just yeah, they just pop them things out. I went to sleep 30 minutes before yeah. That's so sad. Uh, yeah, that's all over YouTube. I haven't streamed in so long. Managing 2 channels, having a job, and running a business is crazy and draining. Well, looks like I'm going to be joining you in that pool because I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. I'm going to start creating music. I'm going to start creating animations. I'm going to start writing books. And I'm going to start editing videos for YouTube. So my time is going to be completely filled up. But like I said, I actually get pleasure out of doing that. Like I actually get pleasure out of productivity a lot. I'm at the point of just torrenting all of the animes I want to watch. Oh, renting. You're the of animes I want to watch just so I don't have to deal with website issues. Yeah. Yeah. Again, like I said, I'm not like I've gotten into One Piece, but that's the only anime in my entire life that I've ever watched. Of course, I know a lot about other animes like, Dragon Balls. I know that one. Who doesn't? But everybody's doing good, Glitch. Thanks for asking. I'm speaking for everybody. I'm being the spokesperson for everybody here. I'm being the PR manager for everybody. I'm telling everybody right now, they're doing great. Torrenting, not renting. Okay, I don't know what that is. Crazy. I don't know what that is. You're so overly nice. What I am? I'll be back with streaming. Let me do it in the Only Luke TV voice. I'll be back with streaming soon. Just trying to find what to stream. I have to finish my GTA 5 series on the mature channel, and I've completely lost all motivation for the Only Luke TV channel. No, you don't want to lose motivation because you have to look at the broader picture. Like even if like everything looks dim now, you have to look down the line and be like, okay, this is the finished product and I'm believing that I will get here. You have to look from the lens of the future rather than the lens of the present. That's really what I'm doing right now. I have to look, farther than actually the situations right now. Sad to say it, but it looks like retirement is down the road. No, don't retire. You've been driving down that road for 6 months, brother. Me technical diffs. You just keep running out of gas. Yes, Glitch. Chad, I don't know what to do. Why did I say that? I know what to do. It's just like when it comes to all of this stuff, it's overwhelming. Do you guys want to see the book that I'm studying right now? It's massive on animation. Torrenting is the practice of sharing files through peers, other people with the same file. This allows the sharing of almost anything and is the foundation of digital piracy. Cool. We love piracy, right? That's why I haven't been streaming. There's no good Roblox games, man, unless the Only Luke TV turns into Penguin Zero, but Roblox. Okay, here's what I want to say. And look, I love Charlie. Everybody loves Charlie, okay? He's like one of the most beloved creators on the internet, but a lot of people are like trying to copy him right now. Like even me, I feel like I kind of look like Charlie to a certain extent, and I could like copy him if I wanted to, but you want to find your own personality. Like Charlie's great, but I feel like a lot of people, I see a lot of these videos on YouTube of people like, making content that's like Charlie and that's good and all, but you want to find your own personality too. Like you want to be known for something, kind of like how Charlie is known for something. Like he's known for being very monotone and very like dry humored and, greasy like me. But you want to find your own face too. Yes. LARP block. What if someone actually made a LARP block channel? Only Luke TV. I found an app called Sober that runs Roblox on Linux. So I can actually play with friends from a computer. Lol. Yeah. Goob Lagoon. A stinky mud puddle to you and me. Goob Lagoon. Like from Queso. Chat, hold on 1 second. If you count to 10, listen to me. If you count to 10, I'm a very fast runner. If you count to 10 right now, I'll be back in 10 seconds. Maybe even less, okay? Start counting. Okay, I think that was a little more. Are you still running that Chromebook? I'm sure if you look at the camera, yeah, I am still rocking it. This right here is a book called Blender All-in-One for Dummies. It is a very long textbook, but I cannot recommend it enough. Chapter 4, Get Animated. It's about, let's see how many pages this thing is. It is currently about 750 pages. That's a big boy right there. I love that a clock is in the background just ticking. You have good ears, don't you? Also 11, on top of not streaming, I just got out of jail a few days ago. I wasn't in there long, just some small unserious things. You went to jail? Oh, nice. What, that he went to jail? Is that what you're being all nice about? Bro, Luke. Don't worry, Luke. I haven't known you very long, Luke, but you seem like you have a pretty big potential on your hands. So I believe in you. I believe in everybody, honestly. I believe that if everybody puts their mind and their willpower, then nothing can be impossible for them. I believe if you have something that you really want to do and you can actually like have the willpower to do it and actually like put in the work, I believe that you can do it. I genuinely believe that. It might be hard at first, but I really believe that if you can actually put your mind to something and actually are determined to actually keep fighting, I believe that you can achieve what you want to. I do. I really believe that. No. On the old nice. Oh yeah, the Blender book. Chat, you see how thick this thing? Thick this thing is? This thing is thick. This thing is 6 books in a single book. What did you do? Chat, my back is hurting from sitting in this chair. Help. I'm so used to sitting on the floor, but that I can't actually sit inside. I have to sit on a chair. Like, actually, I feel like... Oh, my back. Yes, I know I look like the Rake. Or like Slender Man, whatever. It's just genetics, chat, okay? I'm just an ectomorphic person. DUI and breaking and entering, that is, did you... Okay, but that's cap. Luke would not do that. Oh, by the way, you definitely want to get a $500 to $600 laptop. No, you don't want a laptop. When it comes to Blender, you want to get a desktop. Laptops are good, but I feel like for Blender, you definitely want a desktop because you want that air, that hot air to like be able to. I just feel like a laptop would just be a recipe for disaster because if my Alienware laptop couldn't handle Blender, I really don't think a $600 laptop could. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it was because the laptop was like 3 years old or something like that. Maybe they have like lifespans of 3 years because it lasted for exactly 3 years. Like, no joke. It was a misunderstanding. Chat, look, last night I broke into someone's house, okay? But it was a misunderstanding because the house I broke into was actually their neighbor's house, okay? I was actually supposed to break into their house, but I made sure to tell them, hey, look, I am so sorry. I was not trying to break into your house. I was actually trying to break into your neighbor's house. So if we can just like forget about this, like I can do whatever you want. Like I can come back and like mow your grass or something. Like just don't tell anybody. I'm guessing you crashed into a house and mistook the couch as your bed. I take prescribed medication and I accidentally took too much and I was feeling woozy and my girlfriend told me to go to her house to get her purse. And I got there and I used a card and someone thought. Chat, I don't take medication. Do y'all take medication? I don't. I don't take medication. I used to, though. I mean, I've been told that I need to go outside because I have like a vitamin D deficiency and I have like a skin tone that can tan pretty good. So I feel like I would be like giving a disservice to myself if I didn't go outside. I'm not like, it's not that I'm like an introverted person, but it's like when I go outside, it just feels so good. Like when the sun is just like beaming on your skin, it just like feels so good, like so great. And then you like come inside and like the sweat that's like running down your back just feels like an actual like fountain of water that's just like so cool. It just feels good. A card to get in the door and someone drove by and thought suspicious activity was happening. Oh, okay. Which jail did you go to? Boy, you actually think he's going to tell you what jail he went to? That's crazy. I take it for anxiety and ADHD and bipolar disorder. Yeah, I used to take medication back in the day. I forgot what it was though. But I remember it was giving me like intense headache, and I was like if I missed a day taking it, and I was like, bro, I'm so done with this. It doesn't feel like it's making anything better, so I might as well just quit. And I did. And I feel a lot better now than I did back then. This book right here, like, I got it as an ebook too, I think. Wow, you got a lot of stuff in here. See, when you learn something, you want to learn from textbooks because, like I said, they fill in the gaps that YouTube tutorials make. Like, you can watch an entire YouTube playlist on stuff, but it's not like a linear structure and it'll forget a lot of things. This right here is like an actual, like, full guide. Like, if you can retain this knowledge and apply it to Blender, bro. Okay, bud. Well, I found it. Blood, I'm not going to tell you what jail I went to. They didn't even take a mug shot. I was only in there a day. Tech, why do you want to know what prison people went to? Why do you want to know all this stuff about people? That's weird. Like, don't you think that's kind of strange? Like, that's a little weird, you know? Why do you want to know all this stuff? Is my phone dead? No, surely not, right? Of course it is. So as you see, we got the kitchen light over here on top of the sink on. Oh, about the 3+ year old laptops thing, that's not bad. It just means that they might not run well on modern bloated software, which is why more performance focuses on OSs like Gen 2 are useful. Well, here's what I thought. Now, I messed up because on eBay, I bought a desktop. It was like a Windows Optiplex, and it was good, but it only had one minor catch, and that was like, this was before I started learning about IT, and like the internet wasn't connecting. It had to have like one of those USBs to connect to the Wi-Fi, and it wouldn't connect. This was before I knew IT, by the way. So again, I probably wouldn't make the same mistake today, but I returned it, and I was like, hey, can I get another one? Because this one's garbage. So I got the other one, and it was even worse than the first one because my internet wouldn't even show up. So it means that I'd probably have to like fully connect it. But again, didn't have any IT knowledge, so I didn't know to do that. And I sent that back. Okay. They gave me it for free, but the shipping cost was a lot of money. So I was like, okay, let me buy another one. Let's see. Let's use the money that I got back for this one to buy another one. And I got it. And I went on eBay and bought it. And the dude literally gave me a desktop that was like locked. And I was like, how do I unlock it? And he was like, just do what I tell you. Just like do all this, get this USB and stuff and do this. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have computer knowledge, so I don't know how to do that. And he's like, well, not my problem. So I was like, can I get a refund? And this dude just started arguing with me. He was like, yeah, but send it back. You're paying for the shipping. I was like, hell no, I'm not paying for the shipping. This is not what I ordered. And so, of course, yeah. Tennessee. I thought you said that it was going to be what did you say it was? Luke plays or something like that? Just Luke? Just Luke. Is that what you said that your channel was going to be? But anyways, I'm willing to have a crappy desktop, okay? Cyber or Alster. I'm willing to have a crappy desktop. I am not like someone that's like super materialistic when it comes to desktops or something. Like if I have to have an office looking desktop that you would find in like a corporate America building that just looks completely lifeless, dusty, just all black, no color, gray, I wouldn't care because as long as it works, even if it works like garbage, it's still better than nothing. And I feel like when I'm learning Blender, I should start trying because even if it's an older desktop and it can't run modern versions of Blender, you can still run older versions, which are still pretty similar. I mean, it's not up to date, but it's still pretty similar. It's honestly super annoying when you deal with customer support and products like that. Yeah, well, I was very professional about it. I was like, dude, like I didn't say that. Like I didn't say what I told y'all. Like I wasn't like, hell no, I'm not paying for it. I was like, bro, you literally sent me a product that's not as described. You're supposed to be paying for shipping. I was like, shouldn't you be paying for shipping? And he just ghosted me. Like he didn't say anything to me. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to get eBay involved. And eBay was very nice. They just completely just stood in the way for me, like an actual like person standing up for a bully. Like they actually just filled that gap and they were like, you know what, Grazblock? They were like, you were very professional handling it. And we'll take it from here. And if they still refuse, just let us know. And if they haven't given you a return, what is it called? The return slip. If they haven't given that to you in 24 hours, just contact us and we'll make them give it to you. Like we'll actually make them give it to you. And that's eBay, by the way. That was great. That was eBay. And they did. I sent it back to him. And he was not too happy. I can tell that. He was probably fuming. He probably was. I got someone fired from their job. Why would you do that? Are you like a Karen? Are you like a male Karen that just likes to go into like businesses and just argue with people and rage bait people for no reason? Is that what you do, Tech? Don't do that. I would take all the crappy machines I can, to be honest, mostly for server purposes. LOL. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I just don't see the point in buying like a huge PC right now. Not only that, but I don't know if you have the same thing because you obviously probably have like some IT knowledge. You seem to be more knowledgeable on this stuff than I am, so I'm assuming so. But I feel like a lot of gaming laptops and even some gaming PCs are just scams. I feel like they're not really good for the money. Like the pieces that they use and stuff, like it's not worth that much money. Like, but people buy it because it looks pretty and like the aesthetics are nice. But like, let's say you didn't care about aesthetics. Like, let's say you were an actual PC user that just doesn't care. Like, you can just have like a big like blob sitting on your desk. You could get so much more bang for your buck. I feel like so many people pay a lot of money for gaming PCs, because they look good, because they're aesthetically pleasing. But if people were willing to settle with like a crappy looking desktop that looks like it's like straight from like the 90s or like the 2000s, I feel like people would just like, it would be so much better. Just racial remarks. Oh, okay. That's not good. Oh, he commented on your Facebook post and you sent it to the place he worked. I got my laptop from eBay. I'm super happy with my purchase, but unfortunately, it doesn't support the Linux Libre kernel and free and open source BIOS alternatives. Do you want Linux though? I mean, I know Linux is open source, but what's so good about Linux that Windows can't do? You know, I feel like I don't know. So I found his workplace and contacted his manager. Oh, okay. You use Facebook? Chat, I have a Facebook account, I think. But because I used to like post religious stuff on there, like Christian stuff, and I like talk to like my family members and everything, but I don't really use social media anymore. I think that I've told you guys that before. I'm pretty off social media, very, very like I'm just off of social media. I probably post like a picture to Instagram like once every few months. I can't remember the last time I posted to Instagram was, but it's been a hot minute. So Bro Tech, what are you on about? See, y'all always talk about it. Like, come on, man. Is that all y'all talk about? It's just stuff like that. Like this person made me mad, and it turns out that they were also this, and they were this, and they were this, and they did this, and they did this. That's all I get in the chat is talking about stuff like that. Instead of like talking about like, oh, Grasblock, I'm doing great tonight. I just bought a brand new refrigerator. It's so nice. And it's very cool. It's so cool, in fact, that whenever it's a hot summer day, I actually just come inside and I just completely jump inside of the freezer. Serving justice. You know what you should be, Tech? You should be a lawyer. You should be a lawyer. You would actually make a really good lawyer because you build cases against people. Like you would actually be a really good lawyer. Like you would. Or like a detective or something like that. You would be good. I love Linux, especially Gen 2 Linux. I have way much more control over everything my computer does and what's installed on it. What's on it is what I want. No corporate government. I read that wrong. I thought you said no corporate gay control. You said no corporate gov control. Chat, I don't want no corporate gay control on my computer. So that's exactly why I am completely deciding to just not use that. You could be a detective. You could. Because you are good at building cases against people and stalking people. So I feel like that would be a very, very good job for you. I've never used Linux. I don't think I've ever used Linux a day in my life. Like I say, I'm a computer person, but I'm more of a software person, not a hardware person or an OS person. I guess OS is technically software, but I'm more of a person that knows more about applications and like browser stuff than I am like actual like bare bones computers. I mean, I'm starting to learn more, like I said, I'm like an IT now, but I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't built my own PC yet. Maybe that's how I'm going to get my next PC is I'm just going to build it. I'm just going to ring up Linus Tech Tips and I'm going to be like, hey, bro, can I get a job? You want to help me? Mr. Beast is at 2 billion subs. I don't think that's true. Because last time I checked, he was at like 450 million. So he hasn't even reached 1 billion. Mr. Beast. If you ever do use Linux, I highly suggest using Fedora Linux as your first Linux distro. Very user-friendly and developer-friendly. Okay, I need to do something like that. See, I'm open to advice like what I should do when it comes to, oh, my bad, that was my dad. I don't understand this geek stuff. My head hurts. Well, you got to learn, bro. If you want to get into animation, you got to learn more about software and stuff. And you don't have to read this book if you don't want to, but I would definitely recommend it because I've been in the learning process for about a year on many things. And I've realized that textbooks are so much better than YouTube tutorials because they're actually structured and they fill in the gaps. And whenever I just go into YouTube tutorials, I'm just like lost in the sauce. I feel like I'm actually in the back rooms because they're saying these things and they're not actually explaining how to do them. They're like, this is how you do it. But at the same time, they don't tell you how to do it. They tell you how to do it, but they don't tell you how to do it. You understand what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, the channel is going to be different. Very, very different. Like probably whenever I upload an edited video, it's going to be very different than like anything you've seen yet. Textbook and documentation is better than YouTube tutorials 100%. Yeah, of course it is. Because YouTube tutorials don't tell you anything. They tell you the concept of how to do it, but they don't actually tell you how to do it. They'll be like, so this is how you do it, but they don't explain how to do it. Like they don't explain like the actual concepts or the steps to do it. They're like, just do this and then move on. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I've decided that I'm going to get completely off YouTube for learning. Now, if I find something in this book and I don't completely understand it, then I might go on YouTube and search up the topic that I'm reading about and actually like have it presented to me. But I think YouTube is so like behind on Blender stuff that there are actually a lot of things that I've seen in this book that whenever I search up this stuff on YouTube, I get like radio silence, just absolute crickets, because you can't find it. Like there are things in this book that it actually talks about that you cannot find on YouTube. And that is scary to think about, that there are so much tutorials on YouTube that just mislead and have so many holes and gaps, and it doesn't actually show you the entire full story. Like that's crazy to me. I love Steve. I am Steve. The 19th marked 1 year since my friend crashed his car. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. June 19th. June 19th. That date sounds familiar. Chat, we're already halfway through the year. Pretty much. I think today or tomorrow. It depends on what time it is for you. For me, it's June 15th. I think it's either June 15th or 16th, I think, is halfway through the year. We are officially halfway through the year, which means that in half a year, it's going to be 2027. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I wonder if I should I don't know if I can do streams in here more because these chairs just absolutely hurt my back. These are like worse than Cracker Barrel chairs. Like, these things are just painful to sit in. And also, I don't have anything behind me, so if I try to do this, I'll completely collapse. Well, chat, I wanted to make this video to talk about the changes to the channel. Like I said, I want the channel to grow, and I feel like that there are some things that I'm doing wrong. And I feel like there are some things that I'm doing wrong, and I need to change something in order for it to grow. And I know what I'm doing wrong, and I just chose not to fix it. I wasn't editing enough, and I also wasn't making titles that were very interesting, or even thumbnails that were very interesting, to be exact, either. And I also wasn't doing my research. What changes? Oh, wait, were you here? Oh, yeah. The channel was mainly gaming content, but I'm thinking about probably migrating to animation or like storytelling or like documentary type videos or something like that. I feel like that would be very, very good for me, and focus on a more weather oriented channel. Again, I might actually go to the Tri-State Tornado channel for that instead of this one, because this one's probably going to be the channel for the animations, like the actual like grass block animations, the animations that I've been anticipating, that I've been talking about and stirring up for like months or a year or so. But on the Tri-State Tornado channel, I think I'm going to dude, making good thumbnails is hard, which is why I'm going to just copy other people, lol. Well, I actually used to make my thumbnails in Blender. I think some of the thumbnails that you see on the channel were made in Blender. Like my favorite thumbnail that I've ever made was the Drive thumbnail, which was completely made in Blender. It took me like 6 hours to make that. But yeah, I made that thumbnail in Blender, and yeah, it was pretty good. So when it comes to making thumbnails, I usually use Blender and like Photoshop. I'm going to start doing that, but my videos are going to probably be highly edited. Again, I don't know how long it's going to take for this change, because like I said, I only have a Chromebook right now, so I'm probably going to have to get like a more robust computer to actually do this on. Don't know how long that's going to take, but it will happen. But until then, we're going to have to probably make some more simpler videos, like documentary videos, even if it's like highly edited. But yeah, I want to get to the top. I want this channel to grow. I want to make 100K subs, and I want to have an audience. I also think I want to make my own channel more tech focused, since that was what I'm really good at. Yeah, that's my thing. I used to do gaming because I thought that the gaming niche would be a great way to grow the channel, or streaming. But I realized that that is not always. If you have a video that you're supposed to be editing for 60 hours, like let's say you have a video that has to take 60 hours of editing. You want to make sure that you love that content that you're editing, because if you don't, it is going to be a slog. It is going to be a very agonizing slog. So you want to make sure that the content that you're making is something that you're willing to replay over and over again, dozens and dozens of times, and actually watch it back to back. So wait, you use Photoshop? Do you pay for it? No, I use Photopea. It's basically Photoshop in the web browser. It's very good. It's called Photopea. I don't use Photoshop. I call it Photoshop because it's very similar, probably not the same, but I use Photopea. That's what I use. I don't use Photoshop because I don't feel like paying like $50 a year to use Photoshop. So I decided to use Photopea instead. And that's what I did. I use Photopea. Oh, cool. I've heard of that one. I use GIMP. Yeah, GIMP. I've heard of GIMP and Krita. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Photopea. It's basically the same thing as Photoshop if Photoshop was pirated. That's pretty much what it is. It's basically like pirated Photoshop. in the browser. So you don't even have to download it. You can do it in the browser, which is very good. Very, very good. So yeah, that's the changes to the channel. Like I said, I don't know how long it's going to take. It could take months. It more than likely will take a while. It will probably be a hot minute. Mainly because I'm in the learning process right now, and the next video I want to upload, I want to make sure that it'll be successful. I want to make sure that it's marketed correctly. I'm saying marketing like it's a business, but I want to make sure that it'll actually get pushed out and I'm not just uploading a ghost video that won't get seen or anything. I want to make sure the title's good. I want to make sure the thumbnail's good. I want to make sure it's high quality edited. I want to make sure the audio's good. I want all of that good stuff. So that's what I'm looking for. Hey, how's it going, Omar? How's it going, Omar? This is the best stream ever. Thank you so much. I'm glad you think it is. I'm glad you think this is the best stream of all time. I've actually had a really good time this stream. We had a lot of people show up today. A lot of subscribers and chatters showed up today, very showing their support and everything. And I thought that was very, very nice. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. But yeah, the changes to the channel, they're coming. They're coming. Don't know when, but I've already changed my PFP and my banner. I'm sure y'all have seen that. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what the stream was about, talking about doing changing to animations and more weather focused content. But it's not going to be like generic neat. It's not going to be like generic niche content. Hello, welcome back. It's not going to be like generic niche content. It's going to be like stories. Like I'm going to tell stories in animation form. It's going to be like an actual It's going to be like an actual animated series. I want to change my PFP, but I'm having a hard time finding a good cybersecurity tech focused look while still being fun, of course. Well, maybe you just need some inspiration. You know how a lot of good movie posters are made, like like the movie, the title, like the actual like picture of the movie, like the title cover of the movie. You know how those are made? A lot of those are made by art. Well, obviously, but what I mean by that is a lot of these directors like would go to these art museums and like look at art and they would get inspiration. Like you're not going to copy anything, but you might want to get inspiration from something. Just look at pictures and be like, oh, that's cool. I like that. This seems really nice. That's how a lot of movie posters were created, was inspiration from like artists, even from like 200-300 years ago. My friend's mod banned me for calling him slow at banning spammers, so I came back. You got banned. Dang, that's squeaky. Just get inspiration. You got to get inspiration. Chad, if I start making music, I don't think I'll upload it to YouTube. I'll probably see if I can like get it into video games or something. If anyone knows anything about that, I'm going to try and figure out how to do that. Cause I know that there's probably a way to like get your music into games. Like if it's like an indie game or something, I can like upload it to like an indie game site or something and see if it like gets noticed and marketed or something. But I'm making a song right now. It's in chord because I know theory. So it sounds like, I have it in key and stuff like that. That's so sad, Tech. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, I think that if I wanted to release music, I'd want it to get into video games because, again, I make primarily instrumental and electronic music. Aren't you taking computer science? No, I'm taking IT. I actually just passed my A+ exam. I think a few days ago. It was hard as hell. by the way. But I did it. I passed barely though. If I would have got like 2 or 3 more questions wrong, I would have failed. So yeah. Oh, congrats. Thank you. Golly, it was, I'm telling you, I walked in there. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like my teacher, because I have a teacher that's teaching me some IT, because he gave me a voucher for the exam. I was able to take the exam for free because I was given a voucher to do it. And he was like, when do you want to schedule your exam? Because the class times are like, we don't have to go back to class until next week. So yes, I'm taking IT classes as well. And I was like, I want to get it done as soon as possible. I'll just take it tomorrow morning. And he's like, will you be ready for it? I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? And I just winged it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in there. I'm just going to see what I can do. I'm sure I'll pass it because I passed all the practice tests. I went in there. It was a lot harder than I expected, but hey, I passed. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So, yeah, I would love to get into programming. I would love to make video games, but man, I'm telling you, I've got so much stuff that I want to do right now, and I am going to do it. But I want to learn animation first. And maybe if I want to get into gaming, I want to see if I can get some songs or even animations into video games or first, and then maybe go from there. So do you know what you want to do in IT? To be honest, when it comes to IT, I would like to do some sort of, I don't know. I've always wanted to build computers. Like I don't want to do cybersecurity. No, I want to work with hardware. Like I want to build stuff. Like I want to actually like build computers and maybe even like operating systems. Like I want to actually like build stuff. That's what I want to do, and like repair stuff that's broken, kind of like a mechanic, but for computers. That's what I want to do. I don't really want to, like, yeah. I want to work on. I want to build stuff. That's what I want to do. I want to make computers. Maybe even build my own computer, like my own desktop and release it. Maybe I can make like an old like legacy desktop that works on modern software. Like it has like the old legacy aesthetic, but run on modern software, and it's like a throwback. I think that would be cool. I think that would be sick. But I don't really want to do cybersecurity. I think it would be cool though to learn how to like hack and do stuff like that. But personally, I want to work with hardware. You want to build the hardware, like the circuits, or work with hardware, like programming hardware, like drivers. I don't know. Like I'm not really a professional in IT. I just know the fundamentals of IT. I don't really know much about it. Like I know how some operating systems work. I know about virtual machines. I know stuff about that. I know wattage. I know whenever you're building a PC, you have to have the correct wattage, or else your PC will just explode. And you have to have like more than enough wattage to be able to support all the components. Like you can't have it exactly, or else it'll explode at the same time, or stuff like that. Or like how OSs work, operating systems and things like that. How certain internets work, like fiber, cable, satellite. Like if you lived in the country, you'd have to have a satellite or something like that. DSL, stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that I know. I know how the computing process works. I know all about CPUs. I know that you have to have thermal paste on the CPU. You have to have a heat sink. And for gaming computers, sometimes you need liquid cooling because it gets incredibly hot. So it's like a radiator that it goes through and spins through. I know all of that stuff, but I just haven't applied it yet. I do some level of programming and reverse engineering, so I actually know how programs communicate with computers. Something that I found interesting was learning about servers. Like I feel like a lot of people who don't know much about technology feel like servers are like just IP addresses just floating in the cyberspace. But it turns out servers are actually real computers, like in database and data centers. Like if you're on a server, like a Minecraft server or like an anime server or something like that, it's actually being ran on a real physical computer in like a data center in like a locked area. I didn't know that, which I found to be incredibly cool. So that means that everything that we use and everything that we run is ran on other computers that are bigger than ours. But they're not like stereotypical computers. They're like gigantic, like Goliath computers. I find that really cool. I do. What's crazy is all those servers run on Linux. Windows servers are rare. Really? It's like 90% of servers run on Linux. 90% of servers run Linux. Wow. I didn't know that. Do a lot of servers use VMs, virtual machines? Because they can like save a lot of space doing that because you're like using a lot of things in one. It's like boop, 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 boop. It's like an infinite money glitch. In the industry, to be specific, yeah. That's crazy. I bet a lot of people don't know that. Like I feel like a lot of people think that servers are actually like IP addresses just floating in the cyberspace. I bet a lot of people don't actually think servers are like actual computers because they are. Like everything that we see is actually ran by a server. Oh, absolutely. It's servers and servers. Great for, yes, software as a service, services. Is that what you meant? Software as a service? Yeah. Software as a service, platform as a service. What is it called? Infrastructure as a service. Yep. All that good stuff. Interesting. Software as a service. Yeah, it's software as a service or SaaS, SaaS, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, software as a service. That's basically like Google Drive. Google Drive is software as a service. So is Microsoft. What is it called? Isn't Microsoft Office also software as a service? Yeah. It's like when you think you know a lot about computers, but whenever you actually like start learning about IT and programming, you realize you actually know nothing. Like you actually know nothing. Like you know the tip of the iceberg, but you actually don't know anything like at all. Like you don't know how stuff is ran or anything. Like I'm actually even since taking IT, it's like we learn a lot about hacking and a lot about hackers and stuff. We learn about cybersecurity and IT a lot and the importance of like a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. But yep, that's where I'm going with that. I would love to get into animation full time. I might even would like to learn computer programming. That's what I want to do. Actually, I said that I want to work with hardware, but realistically, I wonder if it's possible if I could wedge my way into computer programming and game development just by being in IT. I don't know if that's possible or not because I know they're like two separate industries, but I feel like they're close enough parallel that you know it can be done. I feel like it's possible. Yeah. That's what I want. I would love to do game development. I would. So yeah. I'm learning a lot of stuff right now. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. But yeah, you probably can as a hobby. I can help too since I've done some game dev inside of Godot. Oh, you've used Godot before? That's cool. Yeah, I was trying to make games in Roblox, but I realized with the direction of the platform and the fact that Roblox, like, the algorithm is specifically designed to prioritize like brain rot cash grab games over actual like high quality games, I don't think there's a chance I would ever succeed on Roblox. And I feel like it would just be an absolute waste of time to even practice on Roblox at this point. I feel like if I wanted to be an actual successful game developer, I need to take it off platform. So yeah, I think that would be a good thing to do. Godot, Unity, something like that. I could make the game from scratch, but that would take a while. I've made a snake game before from scratch in Python. It was agonizing, but I did it. But yeah. Personally, I know what I want to do, but I don't know how to execute it. I have like all of this stuff going through my mind. There's just so many things I want to do. I want to make animations. I want to run a YouTube channel. I want to make video games. I want to do music. I want to write books. It's just so much. And I'm going to work in IT. So that means I'll have no free time, which is fine. I mean, I enjoy being productive in my free time, but man, I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like a little overwhelmed because there's just so many people that give advice, but you can't listen to advice from everybody because if they haven't actually like done it themselves, then what does it matter? Like when it comes to like learning computer programming or Blender or, writing a novel, if I'm going to read a book or listen to someone talk about how to be successful in that certain area, I want to listen to someone who's actually done the do, like someone who's actually walked the walk. I don't want to listen to someone who talks the talk. I want to listen to someone who's actually done it before because that's how I know that what they're saying is right. That's what I want. So yeah. And that's why I research authors. Like if I'm looking up a book and it seems like a good book, I want to make sure that the author who writes the book is actually credible, like someone who's actually done the stuff, because the proof is in the pudding. I honestly want to go into making hardware circuits and work towards a future of free and open source general computers, escaping the proprietary grip of hardware. Yeah. So you just want to live in an open source world where everybody's free to make their own versions of OSs and stuff. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds, yeah. Maybe you should make a new OS. You can make like a Linux distribution, but you can make your own OS and see if it can get released. Me personally, I said that I want to go into hardware. I think that going into hardware would be great. I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to be a jack of all trades. I feel like I'm going to be literally everything creative. It could take a while, but with how rigorously I study, I'm believing that maybe next year I'll be able to have some stuff done. Ultimately, I support organizations like Free Software Foundation and like the GNU project. Yeah. Yeah. You sound like you could you know more about technology than me, that's for sure. I only know the fundamentals. Yeah, of IT. And troubleshooting, that's something that we learn. And troubleshooting questions on the exam are very easy to answer because you're always looking, like if it's asking for the first thing you do, you're always looking for the easiest thing to do out of all of them. That's how it is in IT, like not in IT, but in like CompTIA. Like the easiest thing to do is always usually how it's done. Like if they talk about something going on in the computer, it's like if the questions are clean the fans, replace this, check this or check this, like check the cords, clean the fans, replace this, or start something new, it's probably going to be like the checking something first. Like it's always usually the easiest thing to do first before anything else. That's how it usually is. And that's basically like a cheat code when it comes to like CompTIA, is like the easiest thing to do is usually the right answer. So, yeah. Trust me, using things like Linux will teach you more about computers more than anything else, especially as you move on from easy to harder distros. Example, Fedora, Arch, Gentoo. Okay, I'm gonna look into Linux. I'm gonna add that to my study list. I'm gonna look into Linux. I'm gonna start studying Linux. I am, and I'm gonna start seeing if I can use Linux. I wonder if I can get rid of Chrome OS. I don't want to use a hypervisor. I don't want to do that. Do I have to though? Like Chrome OS is just not great. I don't like Chrome OS. I think it's terrible. You can't get anything on Chrome OS. You can't install anything. You have access to the Play Store, but everything is in mobile device format. It's garbage. Like Chrome OS is terrible. It is. Don't forget to look into Fedora specifically. Write that down. Okay. I'll take a screenshot of that. I love how it dims my computer. That's so great. I'm going to look into Fedora. I am. I'm definitely going to look into Fedora. But yeah, I have a lot of things structured out. I've got like 5 or 6 things that I'm actually frequently studying. So, yeah. But, yep, that's what I wanted to say. The channel is going to have some major changes. A lot of content that's seen on the channel that isn't commentary content is probably not going to occur anymore, at least to the certain extent that it usually does. I'm not going to be posting any more unedited content. Let's just say that. It's not going to be unedited. Every single thing that I post is probably going to have some form of editing, unless it's like a commentary video where I'm talking to the camera. But yeah, it's probably going to have some form of editing. I don't know how long it's going to, but I'm going to have to learn how to make successful content on YouTube. I'm going to have to learn how it works. I'm going to have to learn how the algorithm works. I'm going to have to learn how SEO works. I'm going to have to learn how to market. I'm going to have to learn how to make good thumbnails, how to edit good, and all of that. So yeah, that's going to be a very fun thing to do, but it'll happen. This channel will grow. I can promise that. But in the meantime, check out my other content. It's great. It's peak. It's great. But yeah, I will be exploring some other areas as well, not just you. But who knows? Who knows? You may hear from me in other platforms other than YouTube eventually. Who knows? But yeah, that's what I wanted to come here and say, is that the channel's changing, and that we will be producing new content, primarily animation and documentary focused, maybe some gaming in there as well. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Give a life update as well, and talk about a whole bunch of technical jargon that so many people say that they don't understand. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. I think this was a really great and successful stream. Glad everybody showed up. Thank you for talking. Thanks for the 7 likes. And I'll see you guys again soon. The content is coming. It is. You guys just wait. It was fun. Yeah, it was. All right. I hope you have a good night, everyone. Goodbye, Cyber Alistair. Goodbye. Good night.